Fans, we ask that you please remain standing as we reflect in thoughtful prayer during a moment of silence that will last 24.8 seconds in memory of the jersey numbers 24 and 8, both worn by Kobe during his 20-year career as a Los Angeles Laker.
Well, Kobe was one of my players. I coached him on 3 teams. He was my leader. We had special moments, private and public. You know, he was amazing with my grandkids. The grandson on our team, his nickname's Mamba, because he met him in Beijing, and he would go to my granddaughters and, hi princess, and kiss their hand. And you know, we have a picture of my grandson Quinn with Kobe with a gold medal and Gigi as he all together. My wife and my daughters have been sharing pictures.
A legendary talent and 2-time Olympic gold medalist, Kobe was an inspiration to many of the people on the floor tonight. He was an advocate for women's basketball and did as much to grow the game globally as anyone in recent memory. He and Gianna were tremendous supporters of UConn, friends to both teams, and their untimely deaths leave us heartbroken. Please join us in a 24-second moment of silence in remembrance of Kobe and Gianna.
When we were talking one time, he said, I want to bring my daughter to a game. And I said, well, as a matter of fact, we're coming out to Los Angeles and playing UCLA. He goes, all right, I'll be at the game. And that's kind of how it all started. And then he came up to school, and I don't know, he must have spent thousands of dollars inside the bookstore getting stuff, and they sat behind the bench, and our kids were fascinated by her, and obviously, you know, for a little girl to be in a company of, you know, those players. I can't put myself in her shoes, but it must have been an unbelievable thrill. So you've got this going for you. You know, you got this little girl who's looking up to these players like they're like superhuman, and then you've got my players looking at her dad like, oh my God, I can't believe that we're. So it was really interesting to see that dynamic work itself out.
And they were going to take a violation in honor of Kobe Bryant. There was also a moment of silence prior to the game for Kobe, where there's 24 seconds of silence to honor Kobe.
I think I had just started coaching, and we're in Staples Center, and like at Staples Center, you cross the home team's locker room to get to the visiting team locker room, and I saw Kobe. We were crossing paths, and I said, yo, how long you gonna end up playing for? He says to me, until I win 2 more championships. Kobe was going for 7, and he could have done it. That's how good he was. He's a great basketball player, but a great father, great man.
In honor of Kobe, his daughter Gianna, and the 7 others who lost their lives in this tragic accident, we ask that you please join us and observe an 8-second moment of silence.
When you come in contact with a guy like I did with Kobe at the Olympics, 2 different Olympics, to see his fierce determination, desire, I've never seen anything quite like it. All players are motivated, all great players have a high degree of skill and motivation, but Kobe took it to another level. He's going to be missed, not only for what he did on the court, but what he would do. He was one of those exceptional people that would go on and have an even bigger life after basketball.
I told the players today, every year for his 20 years in the league, every year he went in that summer, he learned a new move. He didn't try to add 5 things. Every year he added 1 new thing to his game. Think about that. Every year, bang, next year, what is it? He would watch a big man, and then he'd go meet with the guy and say, show it to me. He met with Akeem, his fadeaway. You remember, some of you old people in here, you remember Akeem and the fadeaway? I was young then, but he would do that step back. Do you remember that? He went down and spent a week with him to learn that move. Now think about when I talk all the time about mastering your craft, you know, what kind of time are you willing to spend? Well, not that much. Well, he raised that bar.
He always told me real sharpness comes without effort, and so he basically would just always tell me that I have to work so hard, you know, in practice and in everything that I do, that it looks effortless. Obviously, did not look effortless tonight. I definitely didn't have my best game, but that's definitely stuck in my head.
I mean, being from LA, it was really tough. I mean, it was one of the worst days of my life for sure. Before making my decision, like he was. He told me, he gave me some good advice because I actually was really fortunate to be around him on multiple occasions in like a two-week time span. And this was like a week or two before my decision. So honestly, like it was tough because he gave me some advice that really steered me towards Duke. And so, I mean, hearing the news, it was tough. It hurt me a lot.